Welcome to this deep dive into one of the most vital systems of the human body, the cardiovascular system. It's the powerhouse that keeps us alive, pumping blood, oxygen, and nutrients to every cell. In the next few minutes, we'll explore how the heart, blood vessels, and blood work together to support life, and why taking care of your heart is crucial for a healthy, active life. So, let's get our hearts racing and dive in. Introduction to heart. The heart is an essential organ in the human body. The functions of the heart are to pump blood and oxygen around the body and deliver waste products, carbon dioxide, back to the lungs to be removed. Basic anatomy of the heart. Heart size. The heart is a muscular organ about the size of a fist, weighing between 250 to 350 grams. Heart location. It is located slightly to the left of the chest, in the thoracic cavity, between the lungs and behind the sternum. The rib cage protects the heart from injury. These are the parts of the heart. The heart wall is composed of 3 layers: epicardium, the outer protective layer; myocardium, the muscular middle layer responsible for contraction; endocardium, the inner lining that contacts the blood. Structure of the heart. The heart is divided into 4 chambers. Right atrium, receives oxygen-poor blood from the body. Right ventricle, pumps oxygen-poor blood to the lungs. Left atrium, receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs. Left ventricle, pumps oxygen-rich blood to the rest of the body. Atrioventricular, AV, valves. Tricuspid valve, between the right atrium and right ventricle. Mitral valve, between the left atrium and left ventricle. Semilunar valves. Pulmonary valve, between the right ventricle and pulmonary artery. Aortic valve, between the left ventricle and aorta. Function: valves ensure one-way blood flow, preventing backflow. Normal heart sounds come in pairs. The sounds are often described as a constant lab-dub, lab-dub. The first lab-dub is the sound of the mitral and tricuspid valves closing. The second lab-dub is the sound of the aortic and pulmonary valves closing soon after. The time gap between lab and dub is 0.5 seconds. Semilunar valves. Pulmonary valve. The pulmonary valve, located between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery, is composed of 3 crescent-shaped cusps. It opens during systole to allow oxygen-poor blood to flow to the lungs for oxygenation and closes during diastole to prevent backflow into the right ventricle. This ensures efficient one-way blood flow toward the lungs, preventing regurgitation and maintaining proper oxygenation. Aortic valve. The aortic valve, positioned between the left ventricle and the aorta, also consists of 3 semilunar cusps designed to withstand high pressure. It opens during systole to allow oxygen-rich blood to flow into the aorta for distribution throughout the body and closes during diastole to prevent backflow into the left ventricle. This valve ensures efficient systemic circulation, supporting the body's metabolic needs. Atrioventricular, AV, valves. Tricuspid valve. The tricuspid valve is located between the right atrium and right ventricle. It is comprised of 3 flaps, cusps, that open and close. During diastole, heart relaxation, the valve opens to allow blood to flow from the right atrium into the right ventricle. During systole, heart contraction, the valve closes to prevent blood from flowing backward into the right atrium, ensuring one-way blood flow. Mitral valve, bicuspid valve. The mitral valve is located between the left atrium and left ventricle. It has 2 flaps, cusps, that are stronger and more robust than the tricuspid valve, as it handles higher pressure. During diastole, the valve opens to permit oxygen-rich blood to flow from the left atrium to the left ventricle. It closes during systole to prevent blood from regurgitating back into the left atrium, maintaining efficient circulation. Here you can see the cross-section of heart with direction of blood flow. Right side. Right atrium. Receives deoxygenated blood from the body through the superior and inferior vena cava. It collects this blood from systemic circulation and transfers it to the right ventricle, playing a crucial role in the process of pulmonary circulation. Right ventricle. Pumps deoxygenated blood to the lungs through the pulmonary arteries. This chamber is responsible for delivering blood to the lungs for oxygenation, allowing carbon dioxide to be expelled and oxygen to be absorbed before the blood returns to the left side of the heart for systemic circulation. Left side, left atrium. Collects oxygen-rich blood from the lungs through the pulmonary veins. It transfers this blood to the left ventricle for systemic circulation and acts as a reservoir, preparing oxygenated blood for distribution throughout the body. Left ventricle. Pumps oxygen-rich blood to the body via the aorta. As the strongest chamber, it generates high pressure to counter systemic resistance. This ensures that tissues and organs receive the necessary oxygenated blood for optimal functioning. Heart removes deoxygenated blood from the body and supply the body with oxygenated blood with the help of lungs where oxygen is received and carbon dioxide is removed through respiration. If there's too much cholesterol in the blood, the cholesterol and other substances may form deposits called plaque. Plaque can cause an artery to become narrowed or blocked. If a plaque ruptures, a blood clot can form. Plaque and blood clots can reduce blood flow through an artery. A stent is a short, wire mesh tube that acts like a scaffold to help keep your artery open and reduces the risk of the artery becoming blocked again. Here is the CPR hand positioning and procedure. Adults need 30 chest compressions, followed by 2 breaths. Child need 15 chest compressions, followed by 2 breaths. That wraps up our journey through the cardiovascular system. We've learned how essential it is to keep our heart and blood vessels in top shape. Remember, small healthy choices today can make a big difference tomorrow. Stay active, eat well, and give your heart the care it deserves. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the wonders of the human body. This is Shady signing off. Until then, stay curious, and I'll see you in next video.